January 6th committee has subpoenaed Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell. House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot released its latest round of subpoenas on Tuesday evening. Time focusing on several of former President Trump's lawyers, including Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, and former advisor Boris Epps. As well as Jenna Ellis. I don't know why that didn't make headlines there. Committee Chair Benny Thompson said in a statement that he expects the four individuals to join the nearly 400 witnesses who have spoken with the Select Committee. One of those that have spoken with the Select Committee is Ray Epps. This is published by PolitiFact today. If you think you've heard that name before, that is the dude that Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan have been claiming is an FBI agent. There remains no evidence to support the conspiracy theory promoted most prominently by Fox News host Tucker Carlson that the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol was actually a false flag event orchestrated by the FBI to entrap Trump supporters. Ray Epps, an Arizona man who Carlson and other figures have held up as a possible undercover FBI agent or informant, said he has no ties to the FBI in an interview with the House committee investigating the attack. Rally Runner, another man singled out on Carlson's show, said on video that Carlson's segment suggesting he was a federal agent was a false story. I assume that's the guy that painted himself in red. Justice Department hit Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes with sedition charges on January the 13th. Until then, Rhodes was listed as person one in charging documents, helping to fuel unsubstantiated claims from Carlson and others that the presence of such unnamed, unindicted co-conspirators in those documents was proof of an FBI false flag. House Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol dealt a fact-based blow to efforts to rebrand the insurrection as a false flag orchestrated by the FBI. Apparently, Epps is going to testify, perhaps publicly, this Friday. I think I saw that from a right-wing this is the Washington Examiner is saying he's going to sit for a transcribed interview. This is going to happen with the Select Committee on Friday, but the PolitiFact article that we just read said he has already spoken with the January 6th meeting. Yeah, told them during an interview in November. So if they're having, if that was just a question and answer session, blah, 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 then that means like they're having them come down and get them on the record about shit they're going to try to entrap people on. I was hoping this would be a public interview, but if they're having it transcribed and shit, then that's not going to be public. Because they're gonna put them on the record now, ask them about fucking roads and shit, the Oath Keeper that was indicted, and they're gonna try to catch people up in lies in the public testimony. Now, the Sixth Committee also subpoenaed, not the people, just the records. Just the records of Eric Trump and Kimberly Guilfoyle. Because, you know, why would you want to speak to either of them? I thought it was funny that Eric hadn't come up in any of this shit. I just assumed because, you know, he's Eric.
Phone records of two key people very close to former President Donald Trump. Our special correspondent Jamie Gangel is joining us right now. Jamie, tell our viewers what you're learning.
Let it rip, Jamie.
What we have found out is, according to multiple sources, the January 6th committee has obtained phone records from a member of the Trump family. This is a first. Eric Trump, as well as Kimberly Guilfoyle, who is engaged to Donald Trump Jr. As far as we know, this is the first time the committee has issued a subpoena targeting one of the Trump children. And it really underscores just how aggressive the committee is willing to be in its investigation. Now, just for some context, the records the committee has obtained.
Why? They already have records.
Cell phone and a cell phone number
Trump
from
Jr.
Guilfoyle. We've confirmed both numbers from multiple sources who know both Trump and Guilfoyle. For the record, Eric Trump declined to comment on the subpoena of his call records, but a source familiar with his thinking tells me, quote, he's not losing sleep over it. And an attorney...
I would assume they know something then.
She had not been notified of any subpoena being issued for her records, but the attorney said, quote, it's of no consequence to her because she has absolutely nothing to hide or to be concerned about. And just
I don't know.
The committee declined also to comment on the subpoena. Just for some context, what are call detail records? They're also known as CDRs. In effect, these are phone logs, text logs. In case of phone calls, it shows the date, the time, the length of incoming and outgoing.
We're late into this investigation.
But it does
they are
not
wrapping it up. They know something.
Or the content of those calls or messages. So it's more of a roadmap, Wolf.
They absolutely know something. That's why they've submitted, like, I'm sure Eric has nothing to hide. He wasn't in on anything, but he's going to confirm something about his brother or his dad. That's what the phone records are going to show. Probably his brother, and that's why Guilfoyle was also subpoenaed.